handsome of the trio. Epic
You're
is
very handsome. No, I'm not taking offense.
especially since the shedding of a couple pounds.
Yeah, well, I shed my gallbladder, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A couple
What's the deal
pounds.
with that? I know we only have like 15 minutes, but you
No.
squeeze it in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I just had to have a quick emergency surgery to remove the gallbladder. It's causing a lot of pain in the back, shoulder, and up into my neck right here. If
But
you ever
like you
have,
knew that was happening for a while, right? Like something was going on and they refused to do it or something.
yeah, a couple months ago, I passed out. Um,
Is that why you passed out?
I really think so because I went and after the surgery, I had horrible pain on this nerve or whatever it is,
Uh huh.
and to the point it passed me out. So
Huh.
made me pass
Well,
out.
I hope this helps you.
Yeah,
What? So this week was your pick, Epic. You wanna go over it?
I don't know. What do you got there?
Me? I'm trying to see if there's stupid M's on this ball for the
Okay.
Master Ball Hollow, but it's not. What was your pick and
Yeah.
quick synopsis?
So this movie cast, I actually picked Groundhog Day, starring Bill Murray. It was shot in the '90s, I believe. It follows a cynical television weatherman, Phil Connors, right? So he's big city weatherman. He comes down to small Puxatawny to film and see what the groundhog does when they pull him out. So on February 2nd, over and over again, he goes to sleep one day and wakes up, and the day keeps reliving. So it's a super interesting and introspective movie about what you're supposed to do every day or what you're here for, and different purposes. So I really like this movie. It's one of my favorites. I go back to it once or twice a year and I watch it. So, but yeah, go ahead.
I can jump right
I
in.
Oh no, you have to let it percolate for a couple seconds. I You literally just finished watching it, right?
Yeah, I did just watch it. Yes.
This is like you said, epic. It's a comfort movie. It's one of those ones that's you know always going to be entertaining every time you watch it. Being a Bill Murray fan, and I love a lot of the stuff that he was. Oh my god, it scared me. Uh, I love a lot of the stuff that he was doing. One of my favorite Bill Murray appearances is Zombieland, so I can always appreciate his kind of style of humor and things like that. Um, I don't seem to be as much of a massive Groundhog Day fan as other people, but I still got quite a few laughs. And I know this was kind of the point, but he was kind of a dickhead in this movie, huh? For a little while.
So that's Bill Murray's entire shtick, right? If you're a fan of Bill Murray in the '80s and '90s, Bill Murray's
Uh,
shtick was kind of he's this arrogant asshole that kind of comes off with funny quips and jokes. He's like the Vince Vaughn of the '80s,
okay,
except he actually kept being a star, unlike Vince.
okay,
No
okay,
offense,
okay.
Vince. But yeah, yeah. So Bill Murray's whole thing is, he's an arrogant prick. He's from the city. He's got this horrible assignment that he's got to come down and cover this damn town and this damn groundhog that pops up and all their wish-washy lives, and he can't wait to get out of there. And he's
Okay.
got he's got relationship issues. His producer Rita really hates him, kind of loves him but hates him.
Mm,
So it's about Bill becoming like a local hero, and it like that's his thing. He helps everybody and stuff to get out of Groundhog Day. But yeah, that's Bill Murray's shtick. So what did you think about that shtick, like the '80s style deal?
like I said, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed the movie. You know, like I said, he's a dickhead, so I can relate. Um, but it was a solid seven for me. Seven movie.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
super high. Okay,
yeah, I would rate it pretty
what?
high. I mean, it's a classic, right?
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Um, I like the whole montage when he starts like throwing himself off the roof and stuff. When he's like, I'm over this." So that was
Yep.
pretty good. Um, the whole part where he's like trying to learn how to play piano and the teacher's like kind of cringing as he's playing, that made me chuckle.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and then just to kind of see his change of character through the whole thing, I think was pretty fun to watch. Yeah, 7.
Cool.
Isaac.
Cool.
Believe it or not, I had actually never seen this movie before in my life. I thought I had seen parts of it, but when I watched it just now, I realized I had never seen any of it. So this is my first time watching this one. And yeah, it was good. I really did not like him in the beginning, like we just talked about. He was just a jerk to everyone. The whole thing was he thought he was better than everyone. That was what it was. And he has to go out to this like, podunk town where these people don't know anything, and I'm better than everyone. And he learns to appreciate the people for who they are, and kind of meet them where they're at, and then he becomes a better person for it. So it's good. It's got a good moral there. I'm making the best of every day too, right? That's obviously because you're repeating the same day over and again. That's a big theme. My favorite part though was I liked how he started trying to brute force the perfect date. That was so funny. Like he would get so far, then say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, just make a note of it, try again the next day, just trial and error his way through the whole thing. That was perfect because I feel like
he would
that's
never
something I
make
would do.
any progress until like he gave up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it just was not going to happen that way, or he could only get so far. But I feel like that's what I would have been doing, and not just in that situation, but like everything. Like, let's see, how I can rob this bank. Like, what steps do I have to take? He kind of did that with like the Brinks truck or whatever. We took the money from that too. But I would have been doing that in every situation. I just think that's really cool way to approach that sort of problem. Slices. I think I'm gonna go. I agree with Rob. I'm gonna go with 7. It's a good solid movie.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Man, you think too if like you guys are stuck in that situation. What do you feel like the first thing you would do is, Isaac?
Just what I just said. I would I would start trying to learn everything
Yeah,
and trying to craft the perfect day, depending on set different goals. Kind of like a video game. Like you'd have all these side quests and try
yeah,
to do it the most efficient way you can
yeah.
and try to beat the quest.
What about you, Epic? What would be the first thing you did if you were stuck in this situation?
Probably the train scene. Get super pissed drunk and drive down the tracks on a train with 2 random strangers with me just to see what they do.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, I probably would do exactly like this movie. I'd have a hell of a fit at first and go through hell trying to figure out what I'm doing here and why everything is happening. And
uh-huh.
But
I
pretty much
am
same.
I am on buying a one-way ticket to California and immediately searching out Marissa Tomei within that day until I find her.
That's a hell
Yeah,
of a fight.
that's one thing. He didn't see how he could get out or how far he could go in 24 hours. I think I would have tried that a couple times.
Right? Like, see if you can go. Like, what happens if you get on a plane and try to get out there or something?
He
Yeah.
did.
Then,
He did, didn't he?
Oh,
They
did he?
tried to drive, and once he got
Oh.
to a certain point, the snowstorm kept him there. He wasn't able to.
That was
Oh.
that was the first day though. He never tried again, get on a bike, go the other way, or I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
true. Yeah, that's true.
There was a train apparently.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's a toss up for me between Marissa Tomei and Selma Hayek. So,
Yeah,
one of the two.
It's funny his name was Phil too, just like the
So-
grandpa.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
well, I think that's a
fuck,
play,
so
right?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So let's talk about theories with this movie, and this is another reason I really like this movie. So, his day starts with waking up to Sonny and Cher's "I Got You, Babe" every day, like the worst song to wake up to. And one thing that happens with him, he walks out of his bed and breakfast because it's not a real hotel; it's just a regular bed and breakfast.
Sure.
And he runs into this guy called Ned. Ned Ryerson, right? So
Yeah.
Ned sells insurance and all this stuff. And there's kind of a theory around Ned. And I know the other Adam, or Adam, alluded to this in our chat. The leading theory of this movie is that Phil Connors is actually dead. So Phil died, and he's stuck in this purgatory where he's trying to figure out how to get out. And the devil is actually Ned. So you notice he doesn't get out of this until he buys Ned's policies.
Yeah, true.
The whole deal. And I don't know. I really like this here. Maybe because Ned was really annoying, and I like to associate that with man, it's really pissed him off every morning. But he was kind of the last person that he was nice to, right? Like out of everybody, he's like, fine.
Yeah, that's true. The last one that, yeah, he buys all the
Yeah.
even
And I,
even water damage.
I also did enjoy, not to flip the subject on you there, Epic, but I think you explained that theory pretty well. I didn't realize that, and I didn't put that together while I was watching it. But I also did enjoy the part where he's just doing everything he can to keep that old man alive,
Yeah,
like throughout the days. So
that's
Yes.
like where it switched, right? That
yeah,
part.
Is it though? Because I mean, he's trying to like dictate the past. He's trying to do everything he can to make something happen, and something that is so bad. Like this poor guy dying. An old man. He was an alcoholic, and he runs into what most alcoholics do after a while. Your liver failure and all that stuff, and he freezes, right? If I remember right.
They just said he dies of old age out in the. I mean, he's just old.
Oh,
There's
that's
nothing
right.
he could do.
Yep, because he keeps him going and everything for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that is a really good thing. It's like a synopsis. You can't help everybody. No
Right.
matter how good you are, no matter what, there are people out there that are gonna, you know, be horrible to you, throw you to the curb, that type of thing. In the case of Ned. So
yeah, and I do agree that it's him trying to change the day or trying to change what the inevitable outcome, essentially playing God or whatever it may be. But I do also think that that is where he started to pick up like a little compassion for his fellow human beings, right?
yep,
Yeah.
yep. So one of the fan sites that I follow and kind of did some research on for this movie,
Mm-hmm.
as far as different theories. It kind of came up with this image, so it's kind of funny. But,
Ned with red eyes.
Oh, uh, what did you give us your favorite parts and slices there, Epic?
yeah, so my favorite part, I'm the lush romantic. So when he fell in love, of course, with a
Mm-hmm.
woman that he actually loved for all time or whatever, the Rita,
Mm-hmm.
who also, let's be honest, she's an amazing actress. There's so many good actors in this. You got Rita, who's played by Andy McDowell, Bill Murray, of course, is Phil Connors, Chris Elliott's in there back in the day. He was really popular at the time, but he played Larry, one of the drunk guys.
Yeah.
Stephen Towalski, he's Ned, and there was one other one. I'm trying to the mayor. Oh gosh, I can't remember the mayor's name.
Is Chris Elliott the guy that was in Schitt's Creek?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay. He played the mayor in Schitt's Creek, right?
yeah, the mayor loosely. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. No, that's such a good series too.
yeah. I love that show.
Yeah. So no, my slices. I'm gonna give this is probably a solid 8 out of 10.
And 8 slices. I think that's the highest you've gone so far on a slice.
Yeah, I don't want to throw out 9s and 10s.
Of course.
There's only a
And
few of those movies.
I don't really believe that there's such thing as like a perfect video game or a perfect movie or anything like that. Some come close, but anybody that gives a perfect score to anything is lying. I think. But I don't. Is there anything off the top of your guys' head that you think you could give a perfect score to? Yeah, I don't.
Wedding
I don't-
Crashers.
Well,
yeah,
I knew that was coming.
Has everything.
we got to
I
do that
guess.
Has
movie.
everything.
We got to do that movie.
Well, I can assure you that that will not be my pick for next week or next 2 weeks.
You're up, huh?
Yes, I think I'm up. I am. I'm having another conflicting on what to do with it. I'm gonna take you guys out of the realm of messed up movies a little bit, and more into the realm of spooky movies. So it's a toss up between two of them, and I will let you guys know next week on the normal episode. And I
Okay.
think I think the normal episode coming up is Epic's topic, right? Because him and I
Oh,
switched.
yeah, it is mine. We did
Any
switch.
any idea what you're doing?
Oh, I got an idea, but I'm not going to tell you yet.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't tell you, so.
It's all about gallbladders, actually. You know.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So yeah, I look forward to that. Great pick this week, Epic. I really enjoyed revisiting that movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, there's so many of these like '80s movies that I kind of grew up on. As I was a kid, you know, we kind of hung out at home. We didn't have a lot of money, so as you know, Rob, like that was my big comfort at night because I didn't sleep as a kid, so I would be up watching these movies all night long. And Bill Murray was my hero back in the '80s,
Back
'90s,
in the day. So
the
yeah.
'90s. Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. And then after my next pick, we kind of jumbled around there. Then we're going back to Isaac again. So Isaac, start thinking now because I know it takes you a minute.
I have a couple ideas. I just have to finalize.
I do. I have a list going that I want to choose. But for my first foray into spooky realm, I want to make sure I choose a good one.
Sure.
So
Oh, wait,
nothing
wait.
too
So this is gonna be spooky. This is like an actual. Oh
Scary movie.
shit. Okay.
scary movie.
All right.
I'm not gonna push anything on you guys that's like horrific or like
Gonna be like
I
Disney's
think
Haunted
super
Mansion.
scary.
That
No.
would no.
Nope.
Fantasia.
But yeah, we'll find out.
Fantasia.
We'll find out
Confirmed.
next week on the main episode. So, as always, be kind to yourselves, each other, and your insides. It's Pizza After Midnight is Young Man's Game. Later.
Peace.
See you later.